What's going on, everyone? Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. Hope you guys are doing well. Back to Tater Tot, the smart car lift. This is day 5 here. We are going to finish it up in this video, I'm pretty sure. Thanks for joining me, guys. Let's lift this smart car. While we've had some interesting weather, I can't say that it hasn't been nice having the car in the garage here with the rain and even just like some shade from the sun and stuff like that. But it's hard to get shots of the progress because I'm standing against the wall right here and still I can't really show you much from inside the garage. We're going to get this out hopefully today. Robert's still working on cutting metal in here. And once he figures that out, it should be quicker on the other side because he's going to have to cut all of this exactly the same on the other side and then do some welding and cleanup as well. Then we'll put the tires on after we cut another inch around the back here so that we're not rubbing. And then I can do my official first test ride, or can I? Hang on. I forgot about the LED lights. Anyway, we got more cutting to do. So we went to Home Depot, picked up some more metal cutting blades and some cleanup stuff so we can have a good surface to weld from. This is all stuff for my next project. My next RV project series actually coming up next after this. So, yeah. As much as Robert and I drink here in Kansas City when I visit, he is a hard worker, and him and I together, we get a lot done in a short period of time. And April has kind of been my month for mods and getting caught up. I'm especially excited about what's going on in the RV next. All right, so there is finally enough metal cut for the tires to clear. We put the tire back on, turned it both directions, and there's no more binding. So, still gonna have to clean this up, obviously, but Robert's gonna work on the plastic a little bit, put the front cap back on, trim the plastic to where it needs to go for the fender, and maybe even work on the rear, because we haven't touched the rear also. Oh, plus this center piece of plastic, that on the ground, that has to go here and also get cut. Yep, we're getting close though. All right, rough cuts on the back and the front are complete. We still have it raised up, so we're gonna lower it and just kind of see how close we are and what else needs to be cut and get some more definite lines rather than just a rough cut. But come from the back here. Again, this will probably end up going something more drastic like that in the end and be covered. So it's starting to look pretty cool and beefy though. Let's lower it and see what it looks like. All right, day 5 is wrapping up here, guys. We got the car out of the garage finally. As a matter of fact, I even drove this sucker out on the main road so we could see where it's still rubbing, okay? We need to be a little more aggressive with the cut here in front, kind of like right there. So continue this on, and then when we get to here, jart over there like that and go down into this and make it even. But I tell you what, it is an interesting ride, lifted and on big tires. The suspension is incredible. Man, it feels so good. Little back view of how beefy the tires are. And actually, the cuts are really close, although we are still gonna fine tune it. Anyways, gonna wrap it up and get another start on it tomorrow. As part of this video, I'm really happy with it. Man, very, very aggressive look. So we'll lock up base camp here and go find a new place to eat. It's one of our new traditions after every day of working. Go find some good food. All right, we have literally left the state. Yes, we have come into the state of Kansas for Rock and Brews Prairie Fire. We're gonna see what they got in here. Looks pretty cool. Looks pretty rockin'. Pretty cool restaurant, y'all. Look at the ceiling. Look at all the flags from all the different classic rock bands. Man, got Foo Fighters over there. Each booth has their own mural. Oh, I love it. So cool. Check out the beer menu here. All right, we got some orders in. By the way, this place, Rock and Brews, is owned by Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley of KISS. Yeah. All right, I got the burger, bacon and cheese and fries. And Robert looks like he got fish. Cod. Yeah. Nice. Let's try it out. See if we're pulling the ground screw here or not. Ground screw. That's really good, actually. All right, interesting part of Kansas here. We're gonna get the elevator back up to the parking garage. Noticed a couple other restaurants that we might be back at later this week. It's cool. It's a cool area. All right, I sat in the car and it lowered about 1/4 to 1/2 inch, and we want to maintain this look, so we put the fenders on there. Going to be a little more aggressive with the cuts. Doesn't matter down here because we're going to go over, but cutting more in the front. Man, that is a nice cut. That was a really clean cut. All right, making progress. Got the bottom side skirts all cut up and fitted as well. That's the lower part right here. The only thing is now, there's no way to clip it in to this side because we cut so much off over there. But there's screws on the bottom that'll link it in there. And it might be okay. Might even be able to put a rivet between these two to keep them in place. Also got the wheel wells of the front done up. Once the fender goes on, we can find this line that's somewhere right here where the fender ends and then do our little doink like that. How's that go, in? Doink. It doesn't actually look that bad without the fenders. I mean, it still looks cool. Alright, well, we're putting the first fender flare on here, and live and learn. We decided to, well, we actually had one pop out. We started with rivets, and it just doesn't seem like they like, because these are really bending a lot. You know, you have to kind of custom shape them for every single job. So we're going to be taking these rivets out since that one popped out, and we're trying something new here. I'll show you. These are stainless steel screws, so they won't rust on the outside of the fender. And then also we're going with these nylon lock nuts, and it says prevents loosening from vibration, which is exactly what you want on a moving vehicle. So, and some washers on the back so that we can make sure that these actually hold the fender, because it's going to be twisted and torqued all over the place. Oh yeah, look at that, 104 degrees. Let's get some jets going here. Yeah. Woo-wee. I really miss being able to use my hot tub. It's just not a practical thing on the road any longer. And it takes up a huge space in a tiny 24-foot RV, so I'm enjoying this. That's how I've been ending pretty much every night out here. Tomorrow, we're gonna finish up the welding and the fender flares, and we should be good. So I'll cut back in here in the morning. Yeah, oh yeah. Check it out, guys. We are fitting on the fender flares there, and it just changes the whole look of the car. It looks so much better. We still got some work to customize them a little bit, because every car you do these with, there's just going to be some intricate stuff like this is going to have to go with the flow of the car. And on the other side, had to cut out a little section here for the gas tank. And on both sides, had to trim a little bit here so that the door's still open correctly. But really, really digging this look, guys. Gonna be doing something that I've wanted to do for quite some time, even before I got this car wrapped. Yeah, if you know smart cars, this little part right here, this line right here, it's impossible to keep clean through here. And so I'm gonna do something definitely original that's not been done. I'm gonna take the groove of where the corner marker light is, tape it off, and then I'm gonna have a black stripe that starts here with the car and gets smaller to the tip right there, black, matching the gloss black of this stripe right here. There'll definitely be a custom little piece of flair there, and it will keep this looking cleaner because it's impossible to clean in that crack right there. So I got my go-to Rust-Oleum gloss paint, spray paint there because it's not windy, some tape, some plastic drop cloth, and some other stuff. I'll get this side taped up and get on that. Alright, the back is cut back here. Looks good. Robert's working on the front. I've got this all ready for paint. Oh, jeez. Eric, what's going on with this camera again? Sorry about that, guys. That was way too bright. Really washed out there. Sorry about those clips. Is it better now? Let's paint. Let that one dry, and then I'll come back and do another coat. About 10 minutes. Woo-wee. Yeah! I do love how well that came out for just a homemade hack job. It's no camper van Kevin paint job, but you know, it serves that purpose of when dirt gets stuck in this weird little crack now, it's not going to be quite as noticeable because it's just a black stripe. Yeah. Everything on Tater Tot tested out really well on the road. There is no rubbing anymore. This is day 6 here, so tomorrow will be a complete week doing this project. And Robert's doing the last part right now, which he's got to weld up those holes that had to get cut for the clearance. I'll show you. As you can see there, all of that metal had to be removed just to clear the tires. And so that's all got to get filled back in. So that's why Robert's got the welder out. And yeah, he's cutting pieces down there and gonna be doing some welding, and I'll get back to you here in a little bit. Check it out, a couple hours later, and she's all sealed up, guys. Robert welded and then did some JB weld around it. Not quite done, still gonna paint it to protect it and everything, but it is now watertight and structurally sound. You know, it's gonna be hidden anyway behind the tire, but it looks really good on both sides. Pretty good cutting. That metal was a little thin, so that's why switching over to a JB weld though, but lots of good clearance. It works. Robert has particularly been enjoying this week of lifting the smart car. In fact, you can hit him up. I'll put his info here at King's Mobile RV Repair. Bring all your smart car projects to him. He will do them all. Maybe he might not be doing any smart car projects for a little while. Yeah, we're flexing in a smart car. Just done, guys. Tater Tot's lift is finally complete, and I could not be happier. Robert at King's RV Mobile Repair did an awesome job. Again, hit him up over here. I'll put his number there. Give him a text if you need some work done, some custom work, some RV work, whatever here in the Kansas City area, at least for a little bit. I don't miss the shade of blue I had. I do believe that I just had the wrong shade of blue. I may later on, I'm talking 5, 6, 7 years down the road, rewrap the car, but for right now, the black and white look, that's the look I'm going with, guys. This came out really good. You will not see another smart car like Tater Tot. That is guaranteed. You will see lifted smart cars, but they're all done a little differently and a little unique. How does she drive? Well, different. First of all, for those of you not familiar with how a stock smart car actually drives, The suspension is horrible from the factory. I mean, really, really bad, bumpy, horrible ride. Is it possible that it's still yet worse now? Okay, maybe. Maybe it rides a little rougher. However, we've got better struts, we've got better suspension, and the fatter wheels are gonna eat up a lot more of like the road bumps and debris and potholes and all that stuff. So I still think it rides pretty good for a lifted smart car for what it is. But right now, we all just need to take a break because this smart car lift project exhausted both myself and Robert. Won't do that again. That's all I'm saying. I'm glad it's over with, but I won't do it again.